Before I start this video, I want to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm recording on a computer with lower camera quality. If you don't like low camera quality, skip off this video. I don't know what to tell you. My old computer does not function as great as this one. This computer may technically be a couple years older, but it definitely functions better. My old computer still functions good, but ideally, I'm going to use this one. So I hope you don't mind. Anyways, about the heat wave of 2026, right? There is a heat wave in France, or in the entirety of Europe. There's a heat wave specifically in France, and there's one in the UK, there's one in Germany, whatever, but the specific one is in France, right? There have been record-breaking temperatures in France that have reached, what, like 45 Celsius, so what's that in Fahrenheit? Like 122? So, 122 Fahrenheit. That's pretty bad, right? Well, they're still saying the heat wave's going on, and I don't really believe that. They say that the heat wave is still going on, that it's still, like, really bad, or whatever. You know what I mean, right? But if you look on weather, you'll see that it's only, like, 80 to 85, maybe 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Because I use Fahrenheit. Even though I live in Canada, I use Fahrenheit. Alright? That's just my way. I used to use Celsius. I use Fahrenheit. That's the way of my measurement. But France doesn't have air conditioning. That's why they're so dramatic about that. And the fact that it reached 45 degrees Celsius is why 2 people in France died because of the heat. People are doing things like trying to go into fountains, swimming in the fountains, or even in friggin' waterfalls just to cool off because they don't have air conditioning at home. It gets 45 degrees Celsius where I live in southern Canada, mind you. Canada! Southern Canada! But I'm not complaining. It gets pretty hot here in southern Canada. There are some days where it could reach like 45 degrees Celsius with a humidex of like 60 on some rare years. And today alone, it's like 102 with a humidex of like, what? 129 or some shit? 140 even? And it's Canada Day today, so Happy Canada Day to all the people who celebrate, all the Canadians here who celebrate. It's basically Canadian Independence Day, so clap it up. But I was gonna make a video saying that the European heat wave isn't that bad, but I kind of changed my mind now, considering the fact that there's a bunch of stupid shit going on. With the fact that they don't have air conditioners. Why they don't have air conditioners, I have no idea. Maybe Canada, the United States, Mexico, whatever, should have just shipped some of their air conditionings off to Europe, and then the Europeans can have a good day. But no! They have to suffer in the heat! Meanwhile, us North Americans have air conditionings and air conditioners, or whatever you call them, and we're fine. As long as you don't go out, we're good. Europeans, on the other hand, are in bad shape. There's also some pretty bad heat waves going on in Pakistan. So, if you're from Pakistan, hope you're doing alright. Now, the hottest temperature recorded on Earth was in Death Valley, which was a temperature of like 135 Fahrenheit. Most of you already probably know that fact. So, when you put it into comparison, it's really only 10 degrees less hot than the hottest day ever recorded on Earth. And, give or take, they don't have air conditioners. To be fair, the people in Death Valley probably don't have air conditioners because it's a desert. Pretty much nobody lives there, nor probably wants to live there. But I'm saying, basically, here in Canada, we have a lot more variety when it's a hot day. We have air conditioners when it's a hot day, and we have heaters when it's a cold day. Because it's Canada. Of course it gets cold during the winter, and of course it gets hot during the summer. Like, blisteringly hot. Like, You wouldn't be able to survive if you're from fucking Iceland. Hot. Which is probably understandable, considering the hottest temperature in Iceland was like, what, 30 degrees Celsius? But I'm saying it can get near 50 degrees Celsius. Look what happened, I think, in either British Columbia or Alberta during 2021. And it reached 49 degrees Celsius. Here in Windsor last year, it reached 47 degrees Celsius. With a humidex of like maybe 59, I don't know. But today alone is like 41. Or maybe like 40. Anywhere from 39 to 41 degrees Celsius in actual temperature. What's the humidex? 54! So the fact that I'm surviving this and barely even complaining, it's pretty good. All I gotta say is, if any Europeans are watching, hope you're doing good. Because I just heard of this heat wave now, and it's officially the 1st of July. It is the month before Americans have to go back to school. Fuck! That stuff. But, let me turn my light back on the microphone. But I hope you guys are doing a good... Let me repeat that. I hope that you guys are doing fabulous in this massive heat wave. Swimming pools are not even an option. Because they won't do shit. Because it's too hot. It is the hottest month of the year, for crying out loud. June, July, and August are hot as fuck! So I hope you guys are able to survive. And as always, peace out.